Y'all, y'all remember I went to go see the neurologist. And remember he started me on a new medicine called hazmat. Um, remember he told me to take the 300 milligrams for 2 days and then told me to take the 600 milligrams for the other days. He told me to take them at nighttime before bed. So that's what I did. When I took the 300 milligrams, it it made my body hurt. The like my legs, y'all know my legs were already hurting. And like I said, I think that was working from working out too much. But then once I took that 300 milligram medicine, it made my back hurt and it made my shoulders hurt. So I was laying in bed and I was like, maybe if I change positions, it won't hurt as bad. Yeah, it it just nothing could make it stop hurting. I was like, why am I hurting worse? It's like that medicine made me hurt worse. And I was like, why would he tell me that it's gonna make me feel better? It's gonna take my pain away. Why would he tell me that? So that was a 300 milligram. So after the 2 days, I took the 600 milligram and I went to bed. Y'all, in the middle of the night, my body was hurting again, and I tried to switch positions and I couldn't get up. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't roll. I couldn't do absolutely nothing. I was stuck on my back. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Why I can't move? And ever since I started taking that medicine, I've been getting headaches. I normally don't get headaches unless it's a hungry headache. But it wasn't that. So I was like, why can't I move? And I tried everything to roll over and I couldn't. And then Chi Chi came and got in the bed with me. And I was like, okay, good. Maybe she can help me roll over. Because mind you, it's in the middle of the night. I was like, maybe she can help me roll over. So she got in the bed and I couldn't even lift my arm to grab a hold of her. I couldn't move absolutely nothing. I couldn't move my fingers, my arms, my head, nothing. I could not move nothing. So then I had to use the restroom. I was like, what am I gonna do? Like I really gotta use the restroom, which is unusual for me because normally in the middle of the night I don't have to use the bathroom because I just don't. I always use it before I get in the bed. So then I was like, well, maybe in the morning time this will wear off. And I was still in pain. My whole body was hurting. And I was just waiting for morning time so I could see how I feel in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep because it was that much pain. I wanted to call my friend and tell him to come help me, but I had to remember he was out of town. So I was like, I'm just gonna be in pain. I have no way of doing absolutely nothing. I called Chunky into the room, and I was, even though I knew he was out of town, I knew for a fact he was out of town. I was like, I just want to talk to him, and it'll take my mind off of the pain. You know, when you talk to loved ones, it makes you feel better. So I was like, I just wanna talk to him. But when Chunky came in the room, she was sleepwalking. So I was like, Chunky, I was like, get my phone. And she got my phone and she tried to hand it to me, but I couldn't reach for it. So she was like, here, mommy. I was like, I can't get it. And so she threw it. She threw it on my chest, and she walked out the room, went back to her room. I was like, okay. I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna let her get her rest. So when morning time came, I tried again to move and get up, and I could move a little bit. So I took my cane. Y'all, I tried to stand up and bam, fell. I was like, what is wrong with me? What did this man give me? I thought he loved me. Y'all know my neurologist. I really thought he loved me. But he done gave me this medicine called hazmat. That is, y'all, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. When I tried to sit down, it just made me lay back. So I had no choice but to lay back. I was like, what's wrong with me? I was like, what did he give me? And I remember how he was saying that you can't just stop taking it. So I was like, I'm not going to take the 600 milligram anymore because it had my throat messed up. I couldn't talk. Like I can talk a little bit now, but it hurts. And my kids, they was like, what's wrong with you, mommy? They was like, talk, say something. And I was like, and then Chi, she started telling my mom, you gotta clear your throat, you gotta go like that. That's what Chi kept telling me to do, and I would do that. I'll go, and it'll help out a little bit, but not well enough for me to talk. So the next day, I didn't take the 600. I took the 300 because I was like, that 600 got me all messed up. It had my chest, feel like somebody was pushing on my chest. It had me all messed up. So I tried to Google how to get that medicine out of my system because now that I'm back on the 300, 'cause I refused to take that 600 again. Now that I'm back on the 300, I can walk again, but my vertigo is acting extremely crazy. I keep falling. I feel really horrible. My body aches. Yeah, I feel really bad. And if y'all ever taken that medicine, it's called hazmat or hazamat. It's HAZMAT or is it HAZOMAT? I don't know, but it got me messed up. I'ma call a doctor and ask them how to get this stuff out of my system. But then I'm scared to talk to them and tell them how I feel, because I feel like they're gonna tell me that I'm having a relapse. And that's my fear. Because y'all remember this 2 years ago, the same exact time when I found out that I had the MS. So that's my fear, is that I'm gonna call them and tell them what I'm feeling, and they're gonna say, you're having a relapse, go to the hospital. And I don't want to do that. But I gotta figure out how to get this medicine out of me.